We have updated with the story that we had posted last week with the 16-year-old by the name of Khaseen Morris. Now, they end up arresting more people that was involved with his particular death, and it doesn't make any kind of sense, but we're going to talk about this a little further. Let's go ahead and roll that particular clip.
Doesn't even feel real.
While family and friends remember the life of 16-year-old Khaseen Morris at an Oceanside funeral home Saturday, meanwhile, miles away in a Hempstead courtroom, 7 more people have been arraigned in connection with the death of the high school student. The suspects police have identified range in age from 16 to 19. And police say while they are not part of a gang, they are all charged with gang assault in the second degree for this fight caught on Snapchat and cell phone video, the fight that killed Khaseen.
Well, it appears there was an altercation involving many youths. The question is, was it a consensual fist fight? Did my client participate in that fist fight?
We maintain this was nothing more than a prearranged fist fight, just like the police have said, where one individual who's already been indicted on murder took it to another level.
Earlier, 18-year-old Tyler Flach was charged with murder after this video was taken on September 16th. The fight was over a girl, police say, involving as many as 50 kids in an Oceanside strip mall, where Khaseen was fatally stabbed multiple times in the chest, according to police, by Flach. Another teen suffered a broken arm and head trauma.
But what we'll never answer is why a young 16-year-old man had to die on the streets here in Nassau County, stabbed during a brutal attack. That's unacceptable.
I want to emphasize that we believe that there still is video out there. We still believe there are witnesses who can come forward.
The charged teen's family were outside the courtroom, as well as Khaseen's family, wearing shirts with his picture. His family left court without saying anything as they went straight to funeral services for the 16-year-old. Many still in disbelief he's gone.
Just a nice person, you know, just really funny, loved life. It just shouldn't have happened. It was just unnecessary.
So you saw the parade of young black males being brought to jail behind this. So we had the white guy who wants to be just like him. He did the stabbing, and then you've seen the rest of them. Now, they're not gang members, as you heard, but they was charged with a gang type of assault. This is very, very upsetting. This is disheartening. And the issues that we have in our community, we have to learn to start liking each other a lot more, getting along with each other a lot more, and not look at each other as we'll be quick to harm each other. Because what happened with this situation was very stupid. It was so stupid. It was no reason for this. It went way too far. People could have stepped in and stopped this. I'm gonna still go back to that. All of you that sat and watched that fight like that, and you watching 7 people jump one person, all of you that sat there and recorded it, they need laws changed where you can get charged for just sitting there recording something and not trying to intervene or do anything at all about it. Because I'm still on that. Now, definitely the people that had a hand in it, yes, they should go to jail. I have no issue with any of them going to jail. But all of them are throwing their life away. And for what? For what? You're just going to be in the system. You're going to have a record. Your life is literally ruined because let's say if you get out on parole, you got a criminal record now. And you was involved in the death of another fellow brother like yourself. This cycle of doing things like this must stop. We have to have more love for each other. We have to, want to say, let's have better conflict resolution, not be so quick to want to do something. But we have a cowardice generation right now. That's what cowards do. Cowards jump somebody. If you got a one-on-one fight, let it be a one-on-one fight. Let the best man win. You want to do that. But to have 7 people jump one person, that's not a fair fight. Not at all. And we see more and more of this all the time on these videos where you have one person being jumped by multiple people. I mean, this society get on my last nerve. Seriously, it really do. Because it's like the kids that's here today, it's like they don't have no parents. It's like they've been raised by wild animals. Because wild animals don't teach their children or teach their cubs or anything else that they have, any kind of human decency, morality, etc. Because anybody that has some parents and would teach you, don't be going and jump on somebody or piling up with another group of people to do something to somebody. I mean, come on. If one person had an issue, that's a one-on-one thing. You don't jump nobody, and for sure you don't pull out no knife and stab someone in the heart. Now, watch this. The young black boy is probably gonna get the same amount of time as the white one that did the stabbing. Because you know how this system is. You already know. They gonna give those black boys a lot of time for that. And I'm not saying they shouldn't get no time, but you watch the excessive time they get, more than the one that probably stabbed them in the chest. This particular story, y'all brothers got to pay attention to this. Stop getting caught up in these people's system, because even according to that 13th Amendment, it tells you, yeah, you can't have slavery, but then it backdoors it says except for crime and punishment. That's when you hear people say they need to get rid of the 13th Amendment, not the 13th Amendment, that clause in the 13th Amendment. Please, Charlemagne the God, next time you say that clause in the 13th Amendment, sir, because you're saying it on a national platform. Say the clause where you can be slaves in jail. Please say that. But that needs to go away, because that encourages mass incarceration, because this country don't know a day without slavery. And some of y'all are doing things and willingly giving yourself to a plantation that you had no reason to be giving yourself to in the first place. And for what? You sitting in jail, you're gonna be sitting there thinking like, that was stupid. Like, why did we do that? And you're gonna be locked up years upon years behind something. You're gonna look and think about how we shouldn't have done anything like that. I know when they went home, they probably say, man, that dude died. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me they didn't think like that about it. And these are young brothers that's gone. They gone. There's no telling when they'll be able to get out. We have to stop that cycle of our young men getting involved with things like this. This is why we promote and push. We got to have brothers in the lives of our children. We got to have that. And moms, I'm talking about the ones that possibly get in the way of some dads trying to do certain things. When them boys get to about 11, 12, they're not your little boy anymore. They're not. They need to be with their dad. They need to be with someone that is a male that can guide them in the right way, because you're going to lose them. That's usually how it goes. The average woman cannot deal with a boy like that when he gets to that age. The man got to step in. This is why I want fathers to be there to guide the children, because if we aren't there as fathers, we will keep having our kids being swallowed up in the system. Now, there's a lot of brothers that's there with their kids every day. I don't want to put it out there that we're not. We're doing very well in some of those areas, but in some areas, I can clearly see, if you talk to them boys, they're going to tell you, I don't have a dad to guide me. My dad, I don't know where he is, or my dad's in jail, or my dad is dead, or something to that effect. Their dad isn't around for some reason, and that affects the young men. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this particular story with this young brother, Khaseen Morris. Like I said, I'm very sad for his family, and you know, I would even hate to hear something like that happen to anybody I know. I mean, oh my, that would be horrible. But to hear that young brothers was involved with that, that makes it sting even worse.